Everyone, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Today, I am going to present the advantages of using renewable energy with my partner. Before we start, allow me to introduce ourselves. My name is Aizuddin Azim bin Shazlan with matrix number of 208144, and my partner name is Muhammad Nur Daniel bin Roslan with matrix number of 207840. So, from the title, I'm sure that most of you are familiar with the word renewable energy. However, how many of you know exactly what renewable energy means? So let's go and find out. Next slide. Okay, so now renewable energy means energy that can constantly be replenished. In other words, it does not run out and it is practically infinite. Now, why do we call renewable energy as clean energy? We will find out later in this presentation. And lastly, renewable energy commonly comes from natural sources like solar and wind. Next slide. Now, before we dive into the advantage of renewable energy, I'll be explaining the flow for this presentation. So there will be two advantages of renewable energy in this presentation. The first advantage, which is renewable energy has numerous health benefits, will be presented by me. And the second advantage, which is renewable energy saves money, will be presented by my partner. So without further ado, let's look into the first advantage of using renewable energy. So the first advantage of using renewable energy is renewable energy has numerous health benefits. So if you're wondering how does renewable energy can prevent acid rain, just think of this. Without renewable energy, we will have no choice but to use fossil fuels as the means of getting our energy. The combustion of these fossil fuels will release a lot of harmful gases into the environment. In the US alone, with a population of 300 million people, electrical generation is responsible to about 68% of sulfur dioxide emissions and 12% of nitrogen oxide in the atmosphere. So imagine how many sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are released in the air every day in the entire world. Next slide. Now, the second reason why the usage of renewable energy has numerous health benefits is it prevents greenhouse effect. Now, I know that I put causes green effect in this slide, but it is actually quite the opposite. When we use greenhouse effect is actually the warming of the Earth's surface, which caused mainly by the presence of carbon dioxide gas. So here's another fact. The combustion of coal releases a lot of carbon dioxide as side products. So it is not surprising that electricity generation is the major source of carbon dioxide. So now we can clearly see why renewable energy is known as clean energy. The amount of pollutants released by renewable energy is little to none as compared to non-renewable energy. It is proven that the usage of renewable energy affects our health indirectly, which is why it is safe to conclude that renewable energy brings us numerous health benefits. So I'll be passing this presentation to my partner.
So thank you, Azim. I'm Daniel and will continue to present the second advantages of the renewable energy. So renewable energy saves our money. This is because it helps to cut off the total power plant cost. For example, that I took from the World Resources Institute in the internet. They said that in the New York City, they will save around 1.3 billion US dollar by adding heat capacity, by adding 8 gigawatt of the wind capacity. So what does it mean? So it means by adding or combine the renewable energy and non-renewable energy, we can cut off or we can reduce the amount we spend for the total power plant cost. So can you imagine how big amount of money if we use totally the renewable energy sources? So for the next part is fossil fuels. Why? So the next part is why is it the renewable energy saves our money? It's because fossil fuels cost much higher than renewable energy. For example, that I give you that I got from the inspirecleanenergy.com in the internet. The coal prices have averaged around 0.06 cents per kilowatt hour. Means that you need to also spend some money in order to find or buy the sources rather than you use renewable energy, while you can just take it around you because it is come from the wind and also comes from sun. There is solar energy. So the data that I provide in here, we can see that the price of coal for electricity generation are still increasing from 2021 to 2020, 2020 to 2021 in the US, even though in the middle it's quite decreasing, but the issue is the coal prices are still increasing. So in conclusion, the advantages of renewable energy is it has numerous health benefits, and also renewable energy will helps to save our money. So before ending my presentation, I want to share some quotes from the famous inventor, that is Thomas A. Edison. So he said that I put my money on the sun and solar energy. What a source of power. I hope we don't have to wait until oil and coal run out before we tackle that, which means that we need to tackle and use wisely our renewable energy and do some research on it so that we never have issue such as we run out of electricity, especially for our next generation. So that's all from our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.